Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll just get right into it.
Okay. Today very happy to have Chee to share with us. Today very important, right? First time we have an English meeting, English and Emcee meeting here, and we have Chee to host together with us on how to be a Emcee, right? And also how to do the lucky draw section as well. So let's welcome our Seng to share with us today. Give him a round of applause.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. I'm very happy that I have this opportunity to share with you all about a topic I prepared today because I think it's really, really important right now because our team is rapidly growing and we're having more and more new members and more young people who are joining our team to become new MCs, to become new hosts, to become future leaders in Elken. Okay, so that's why this training today, event skill training, is really important, especially for the current situation, the pandemic. We're all on this online platform and we have to utilize this whole platform, how we can use Zoom, how we can perform the whole lucky draw session efficiently, and so on. So these are the skills that we're going to learn today, and I'm going to talk about them one by one. So before I begin, I'd like to start by sharing our 3 objectives with everyone. First, okay, let me turn off that WhatsApp notification. Okay. Sorry. Okay, done. All right, so our 3 objectives. The first objective is to understand and learn. So this means that we're trying to let everybody, the whole public, the whole English market understand and learn about Elken, what Elken is, about our products, about our healthcare system, and so on. So because we're called the weekly product sharing webinar, our focus is to help our customers and our potential future leaders learn about Elken's products and also empower them to learn how to become a speaker, empower them to become an MC, a host, and so on. So this is the first objective. The second objective is to expand and grow. I believe that our team, as long as we can take hold of these skills and improve, and if everybody can master these skills and we can work together, then we can efficiently grow this English market and expand and grow during this pandemic and also in the future. The last one is to unite and strengthen bonds because I believe that during this pandemic, the only way we can see each other is through this online screen, this online platform, through Zoom. So if we can see each other every Wednesday, this has been going on since April 2021. So it has been going on for about how many months? 7 months, okay? It's been quite a while now. And because of this platform, I got to meet many new friends like Jazz, like Ivina, like other MCs and also speakers like Winnie Chu and Paul and so on. So it's really nice that this platform allows us to learn so much and also grow together. So today I'm going to share about how we can become, firstly, how we can become an outstanding and effective MC, host, co-host, and lucky draw person. And I'm going to demonstrate the whole process, how we can perform these steps. And then some of the things that we need to know for rehearsals, what to do before the meeting, what to do during the meeting, and what to do after the meeting. And lastly, I'd like to address some of the concerns from experienced sharers like MCCM Yuman Chong, MCCM Winnie Chu, and also other speakers who are present. If I miss any details today, please make sure to speak up at the end of this session so everybody can know some of the experiences that I didn't put in here. Now first, let's talk about being an MC. An MC is in charge of engaging the audience, hosting the whole session, and collaborating with the speaker to ensure a successful session. So what the MC needs to do is basically, here, these are some of the duties. First, you have to prepare a script, okay? Especially for online, the current situation, we are able to develop a lot of new leaders and a lot of new MCs because they can look at their script while they while they do their MC. But then, even if they can see their script during this time, like during the meeting, during the webinar, it's still best to read and familiarize with the script. So for me personally, when I was the MC, I became the MC the first time I was an MC was for MCCM We Need You, and back then I had to read the whole script a couple of times and get the flow, practice in front of the mirror a couple of times, and then go into the rehearsal and do it once and look at my own recording, and then I'll go into the real session and do my MCing. So this is what I recommend for all MCs, especially if you're a beginner. Read, get the flow, and practice in front of the mirror and rehearse. And you also must know the purpose of this webinar, which is to help, like the 3 objectives I said before. And the main objective is to help people understand about the product that we're talking about today, and also highlight the speaker so that the audience will be interested in what the speaker is going to say. And then the MC also needs to engage with the audience. Like for example, if you agree with me right now, please type 1 in the chat box, like stuff like that. So you have to keep engaging with the audience, especially during this pandemic, because we're all online and we can't see each other. If we're offline, we can say like, okay, let's do an Elken applause, and then we can do that Elken applause. But then because it's online, we have to keep engaging the audience. And even for speakers, we have to keep the audience engaged. Okay? And then as for announcements, the MC makes an announcement at the end of the meeting before the lucky draw about, for example, the webinar that's coming up on the next week, or maybe some important events that's coming up in the following weeks. So if you're the MC of that week, you must ask your upline or the person in charge in the webinar in the MMC group. There's an MMC group on WhatsApp, so we have to communicate efficiently on the MMC group, and we have to talk about what announcements are coming up and what we need to share with the audience on that day. And on that actual day, we must prepare for the worst case scenario. Like for example, there might be internet lagging, like the speaker might talk and then just stop right there and it just starts lagging. What do you need to do as the MC? You need to keep the audience engaged, stay calm, and keep it going. And if the speaker lags, same thing. You have to address the situation, and if the speaker's microphone has some problem, feel free to interrupt the speaker, like, excuse me, there's something wrong with your microphone. Can you adjust it a little bit before we continue? And then we can go on with the session. And also other technical issues, like sometimes because of a Wi-Fi problem, or because they're in some rural areas where there might not be Wi-Fi or something. So these technical problems, what we have to do whenever we face these problems is we have to keep calm, communicate, find ways to solve these problems. And for the time being, as the MC, you must engage the audience, play some music, and let the audience know that there's some technical issues happening, so the whole session can continue smoothly after the speaker comes back. Now this is the MC script I prepared because a lot of our MCs are new to this job. Some of them have never been MCs, some of them have never led in student communities or even in Elken's events. So I wrote this script so that they can practice and they can duplicate it and use it for any kind of event, especially for product sharing events. Because in Elken we have product sharing events and also motivational events like what we have on the Malay sessions and the Chinese sessions. But today we're just focusing on the product sharing sessions. So this is the general script. First of all, you just address the audience. It's not a perfect script. I have to say it's not a perfect script, but it's what we've been using for the time being. And if anybody has any suggestions to how we can change this, I think we can discuss this later on so we can all improve together. But generally, oh, I jumped. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so generally at first, how you introduce the speaker is, first of all, you use powerful adjectives. Like for example, We Need You, MCCM We Need You, she's very passionate and she is very charismatic leader. So joining us tonight is a passionate and charismatic leader. Adjectives, okay? And then background, for example, graduated as a nutritionist from University Putra, Malaysia. This is about Mr. Wong, Mr. Wong who spoke last week. He has more than 10 years of experience in the field of nutrition and community health. So this is some general background. And then as the MC, what you see about this speaker, what you think is special about this speaker, you continue with this sentence. What's special about him or her is his passion for Elken's products, his unique sharing style or whatever. You can just write it out and then get it approved by the host before you use it. And then today, get right into the topic. We just cut to the chase. Today, he or she will be sharing about trigenes, about Zenergy, about whatever the topic it is, that topic. And then, ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together and welcome the name of the speaker. You end with the name of the speaker, and then a round of applause, and then the host starts to help spotlight the speaker. And then this is after the speaker speaks. Thank you, the speaker, Mr. Seng Chee, or Mr. MCCM Yuman Chong, MCCM Marilyn. Okay, thank the speaker for his or her amazing sharing, and give her or him another round of applause, and then interact with the audience. Tell them to type 666 in the chat or whatever, just like that. And then you just continue. If you haven't tried Elken's product, the product on that day, for example, this week, what's coming up is Trigenes, Elken's Trigenes. Make sure you try it too, to get a healthy lifestyle or so on. And then for the announcement, you have to ask the host on that day or the person in charge what announcements there are for the week, and then you make that announcement on that day, and so on. Everything is following this script, and if you're signing up as an MC, I will send a copy of this script into the MMC group so you can change it as you wish and then use it on that day. So after this, it's the lucky draw session. Lucky draw session, you have to introduce the person who's in charge of the lucky draw and then ask, will you assist me with today's lucky draw? And give him some time to come up and be spotlighted and then share his screen. And after that, you thank him and everything will come to an end, and you make a simple conclusion. After listening to tonight's topic, make sure you have to end with a call to action. Tell them that, okay, get this product for yourself. If you don't get this product, like joining in doesn't really help you unless you try our product and use it yourself. So we end with this note and ensure that we wish them a wonderful rest of the night, and we just end the meeting. So this is a general short script of an MC. Now for co-host and host. Co-hosts and hosts help ensure a smooth session by assisting with general duties that are crucial for event success. What do I mean by general duties? Like today, MCCM Yuman Chung and my dad, PCM Seng, they are the co-hosts for today's session. And what they're doing right now is they are recording the session, and they are opening up their camera because they show me that they are actually here. They're here with me, they're listening to me, and they're helping out, they're here. Okay, so this is what the co-host and host need to do. And these are some of the duties I listed down through the past few months of experience. First, because we're in Zoom, sometimes there might be some audience who didn't mute their mics, so we have to mute them. Or there's a setting in the Zoom option, you have to set mute all upon entry. You have to click mute all upon entry. I'll show you this after all of this sharing. And then recording. The co-host needs to help record and adjust the speaker view, because if you are recording, you will show a speaker view and the PowerPoint side by side. So you have to adjust the speaker view so that it's big enough in the recording, and when it's exported, you can see the speaker that's big enough. If not, if you don't adjust it, the speaker will just be a small square in the right corner. So it won't look nice for future keeping. Now play music. Co-hosts and hosts, they need to help play music. Like MCCM Yuman Chung, he was playing the music when I was struggling with some technical problems just now. So whenever there are issues, there are technical issues, or whenever we're ending the session, we will have to play music. And the co-hosts and hosts are in charge of this, playing the music. And assigning co-hosts. If you're the host, like for example, I'm the host for today, I have to assign a co-host and make sure that they know what's going on, and so that they are able to help record or help mute people and so on. And absence of audience. I think this is a duty that all of us need to keep in mind, because we need 100 packs to reach the number for a lucky draw. And it's not just because of the lucky draw. We're trying to use the lucky draw as an incentive to attract people, but then we're not telling them to come in for the lucky draw. We're telling them to come in to learn about the topic, and also so that they can learn about the topic and understand it, and then take the action to purchase the product for themselves. So the target we set for next year, 2022, is we want to reach 200 packs in this weekly product sharing webinar. So we hope everyone can help make this mission and vision come true. Now, the next thing is the host or the co-host has to play the product video on loop For example, if I'm speaking about Trigen S, then we'll find the Trigen S product video and share the screen, share the video, so that our audience can see it on loop and understand a little bit about the product before we get into the sharing. Now, how do we pick the best event background music? First of all, the background music must enhance the event's purpose. Second of all, it must influence the mood of event attendees. Like if you're coming in and you hear a sad, heartbroken music, then you feel down. But if you hear something that's cheerful and makes you want to dance, then you're suddenly hyped up and you suddenly want to be part of the whole event. So here are some of the songs that I've chosen. For example, this first one, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. Oh, share sound. Can you guys hear it?
Never wait or hesitate to tell me what.
Okay, for example, this song, it just has the hype and has the rhythm that makes you want to like bounce. So it keeps you positive and makes you want to, makes you hyped up. It hypes up your mood. And it also has to help guests feel welcome and excited. Here, I'll play another one. Like this one, when you hear the beat, you just be like, oh, it's a positive event. It has that
When I was 6 years old.
Okay, so these are a few music selection I've selected, and here are some of the musics that I think is not appropriate. So for example, this one, it's Happier by Ed Sheeran. Not sure if you guys have heard this song.
Then I'll smile and hide the truth that I know I was happier with you.
Okay, so this song is about a breakup and about regret. So it's not something we want to play for an event like ours, a product sharing event. No, we don't want that. And also, I'll just play one. Okay, I'm sorry. Things got out of control.
Filled by the wish.
This is Before You Go. And before you go, just by the title, you kind of know what that means. It's not a song that we will want for our event. Okay, if you're at a party or if you're at a casual occasion, then maybe these are good selections, but not for a product sharing webinar. Okay, so if the song has negative connotations, sex, drugs, inappropriate language, we don't want that song. If it's too loud and disturbing, we don't want that song. If it's like rock, party music, we don't want those kind of songs. And avoid using songs in other languages. Like for example, everyone here knows English, but not everyone knows Malay or Chinese here. So if we play some Chinese songs or even Korean songs, then people might be like, did I get into the wrong meeting? Right? So make sure you play the meeting that's suitable for the occasion. And also, songs that are popular and trending, like love songs, a lot of love songs are trending these days, they might not be the best choice for the event. So we have to be very careful in song selection. Now, we're finished with the co-host and host. Now, for lucky draw person in charge, what do you have to do? First, you have to create the forms. Okay, I'll show the whole process in creating the forms. We already have the forms, so all you have to do is duplicate and change the poster and generate the link. Okay, and once you generate the link, you have to send the link to the host and constantly report the sign-up number in WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp MMC group. So the reason why we do this is because we want to target more than 100 plus audience. And how we do this is to keep constantly check up on these numbers. If more than 140 or 150 people sign up, then I'm sure that there's going to be at least 100 people who are coming that day. So this is why we need to do this. And we have to lock the forms at 8:45 because we want to encourage punctuality, make sure that everyone's here on time. So we lock the forms so that if people come in at 8:50 and they try to sign up for the lucky draw, they can't. So next time they come, they'll know, okay, I have to come in at 8:30 and I have to sign up on time. So this is something we need to do. Now, after this, once you lock the forms, you have to generate the Excel and then import it into the wheel spinner. And then customize the spinner. Add in the webinar poster, spin and announce the winners, and then send a list of lucky draw winners to the MMC group. And then the MMC group, some of the staff, Elken staff there will help out with the lucky draw and will help these winners get their prizes. Okay. Now, note for lucky draw person in charge, make sure you be excited and be cheerful, like MCCM Paul Sweetin, right? And use a script. If you're not familiar with the whole process, use a script and make sure that the MC is helping as your assistant to check if the winners are present. Now, meeting before webinar. Before the webinar, we always have a meeting, a rehearsal. Usually before, like a few months ago, we would do it a day before because we weren't familiar and a lot of us didn't know each other that well yet. But now we do it 30 minutes before the session. So at 8, the session starts at 8:30. So we come in at 8, and all the MMC members in charge on that day must attend that session. And what they need to do in that session, the rehearsal session, they need to check the mic, check the camera, the appearance, check the virtual background, check the PowerPoint, run through all of the slides to make sure that it's smooth. And we have to check the video, if there's a video. When I was the speaker once, I had a video in my PowerPoint and it couldn't play. And I was panicking that whole time. So if you have a video, make sure to play it once before to ensure that it works. Okay? And check the MC script and let the MC rehearse once before the session starts. Now during the webinar, everyone needs to turn on their camera to show respect to the speaker. And they need to pay attention to the webinar and assist whenever help is needed. Like if you're the speaker, like if I'm the speaker, I really like to see the audience's faces so I know that they're paying attention and what their reactions are to what I'm saying right now. So this is really something crucial that I think we need to keep in mind. And after the session, okay, we have the whole meeting, the whole webinar, and everything's done. Now we need to have some post-mortem meetings to share some reflections, but we don't suggest to have meetings because everybody is busy with their own time and all Elken leaders are focused on their sales and the network. So what we do is in the MMC group, we try to share our thoughts and ideas for improvement after the webinar and discuss what happened. So these are some of the general instructions. First of all, we praise and give encouragement because whatever happened is in the past and there's always something to be praised and something to be encouraged. So we need to take notes. During the meeting, you can see, oh, that MC is so pretty today, what she did, or which parts are really good, and you just take notes and set it into the MMC group later on. So this is generally some of the guidelines. First of all, what was good? What ran smoothly that we can repeat in the future? Okay, so this is the first part. What was good? For example, the speaker spoke really great, the content today was amazing, or the MC was so enthusiastic and passionate today. You can say all of that and make people feel encouraged so they'll come back and do it again next time. Okay? And secondly, what went wrong and how we can address in the future. If we see some problems, for example, last week there were some technical problems with the microphone, like sometimes it was loud and sometimes it's not clear. So we have to tell our speaker that something went wrong. Something went wrong that week, and next time we have to check it clearly and have him speak a few more sentences before we start the meeting. And thirdly, what we should do differently next time. Okay, we already know what went wrong. Maybe next time, then how do we solve these problems? Next time, how do we avoid these problems from happening again? So that's what we need to discuss, and you just have to type these 3 points in and then send it into the group chat so we can take note and it won't happen again next time. Okay, so that's all for my sharing today. Now it's some tutorial session. All right, so first of all, for MC, I'll show you what I do as the MC. Okay, this is going to be a little funny, but bear with me. Okay, so you see my screen, right? It's very messy, but then I would have a notes tab turned on. Give me a moment. This is a little messy. Okay, so for example, imagine this is my notes. I would have a notes on, and then I would have this MC script, right? So I would position it about right here, near the camera, where I'm looking at the camera, right? Do you guys see my screen? Okay, yeah. You can see the screen? Okay, so I'm looking at the screen, I'm maintaining my eye contact, and then I have the script right below the camera. So I would say, good evening, everyone. The session will begin in a short while, but my eyes are looking at the camera. I'm trying my best to look at the camera, keep my eye contact while I have the script at the bottom to make sure that I don't go off topic. Okay, so this is what I do. It's a good habit, and I learned it from my brother, William Seng, because he was my MC once and I saw him do it. Okay, so that's really helpful. And then as for lucky draw, give me a moment. Okay, now we go into host and co-host. So for host and co-host, you have to click share screen. Do you guys see my screen right now? Okay, you guys probably see my screen. And then you have to click share, new share, and then you have to click advanced, and then click computer audio. Okay, you click computer audio. Once you click share, whatever you play on your computer, the audio will be broadcasted to the audience, so everyone will be able to listen to that audio. And next, after sharing the audio, you have to, next we have the lucky draw. So right now I'll show you guys how I do the lucky draw. Share screen. Oh, you guys still see my screen. Okay. So for the lucky draw, I have this copy. I'll click into this. This was last week's topic. There were 146 people who signed up and 140 people came, which is amazing. Only 6 people didn't come. So this is how the form looks like. Okay, so what I need to do is I have to go back to my Google Drive. I'll share this link with you guys at the very end. I have to go to my Google Drive and I have to right click and then I have to click make a copy. Okay, so it's creating a copy right now. And once the copy is created, I click into the copy and then I reset everything. For example, this week, we're having a session on Wednesday, which is, what is the date? The 17th? Okay, the 17th. So I have to change these details. The 17th and these remain the same. And I have to change this, this poster. So I have to put the poster in here. So how you change the poster is you just, give me a moment. Okay. You just add image and then you upload, you put the poster in and then you just click upload. Let me see if it's here. It should be here. Okay. Okay, for example, I'll just pick a picture. Okay, for example, this picture. Imagine if this is our event picture. Okay, I just upload it and then it will be here. Okay, it will be here and you just click this down here. You just copy it. This is what I would do. If I'm talking about Trigen S, then I'll just replace this, Elken Trigen S, okay? And then I'll remove this picture because that's no longer needed. And then everything remains the same. And how I send this out to people is I just click send and I click this link, shorten the URL, make sure it's short, and you just copy this. Okay, once you copy this, send this to your host and he will know what to do with it. He'll know to send this out to people so they can also join on that day. Okay, so once this is done, imagine there are already responses. Now let us go back. Let us go back to the one from the previous week. Okay, there are 146 responses. So what we need to do now is we want to do the lucky draw. So we have to go search for the wheel spinner, wheel of names. Okay. Now we have this wheel of names and everything is still general. Now what we need to do is we have to click this view responses in sheet. You guys see this? We're under responses. Initially we're here, questions. Now we go to responses and we click this. And it will start downloading. Okay, it will be here. And once it's here, what you need to do is you have to select all of these. You just keep scrolling down all the way until you reach the end. Okay, as the lucky draw person in charge, you'll have some time because the Emcee will help you buy time. And during 8:45, the speaker is not done with his sharing yet, so you still have time. So you can just remove these and then paste them here. See, now you have everybody here. Okay, and then what you do now is you can customize it. So how do you customize it? You can change the background image. one color per section. You can customize it however you like, and then you can change the music. For example, I like this music. Okay, I think I'm sharing sound, am I? Okay, I'm sharing sound. Huh. Strange. Okay, there's no sound. There should be a sound, but give me a moment. I'll reload the page and see. See, even after you reload, it's here. It's already here, and there are 146 selections.
I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up.
Okay, so you just click whatever music you like. Try to do this before the session. Find something that you like. Okay, and then okay, for example, I like this one. So then I just click OK. And as for the generally, this is how you do the lucky draw. And then you just have to click spin, and then the winner will be announced. Yay, it's Nicole. Congratulations. Okay, so somehow I can't hear the sound, but this usually doesn't happen. Usually once you share the screen, you can hear the sound. And yeah, so that's generally how you do a lucky draw. And okay, and after this, so I went through all the duties, okay? Everything, I went through all of these. Check the mic, all of these are basics. And then, yeah, that's it. So that's all for the tutorial today. And do you guys have, did I miss out on anything? That's all for my sharing today. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I think we can have
Alright, very good.
discussion.
Emcee, very good sharing, Chee. Excellent. I think all of them learned a lot from you. Very well prepared and also well organized for your presentation and very professional, I think. See, excellent. Give Chee a round of applause.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow, we learned a lot from you, and this is really a very good start for all the new MC. Especially, we have more and more MC to boom the market, and next year we will have 200 packs to join our English meeting, right? So this is the right start, right moment to start our English meeting and get our MC in place. I think Doreen also can speak very good English, and many people over here, you know, also can join us. And any question you can ask Chee about what he has presented just now, right? Just raise your question so that everybody can learn more from him. We have another 5 to 10, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Chee, you have anything to add on for them?
Okay, 666 is something, okay, 666 and 888, these are all lucky Chinese numbers. Okay, but if you want them to type something else like 111 or 222 or whatever, just to make sure that they're engaged. This is just something to keep the audience engaged. Yeah, and if you type something that's positive, I think it has a better impact because it's not meaningless, right? It's not just a meaningless number. But if you guys have any other suggestions, like I've been to other public webinars hosted by by my school or by other organizations. They type some other things like yes, or like, for example, I was in a president meeting yesterday, and they asked us, okay, if you're the president, type P. If you're the vice president, type VP. If you're the treasurer, type T. If you're the secretary, type S. It's just to keep everyone engaged and let everybody know. Like, for example, I can ask, oh, where are you guys from? Type in your location right now. Like, for example, Doreen would say, I'm from Labuan. MCCM Yuman Chung would say, I'm from Penang. and so on, just to keep people engaged, right? Wow, we have friends from Penang, from Singapore, from the US, from Canada. Wow, we have everybody from the whole world. Yeah, so that's generally why we do this. Yeah. Um, okay. So generally, I think today's session is just to let everyone know that what we're doing, it's not hard. It's not something that's difficult, and anybody can do it if they want to, right? Yeah. And also, my dad wanted me to highlight a really important note. Like for future MCs and speakers, if we're speaking on this platform, make sure to wear the Elken uniform. See how we look so professional? Like with this suit and this tie and this white collar, and even my pants. I'm wearing the black pants that we're supposed to wear. I'm not wearing short, right? it's it's fun. It's fun because we're online. We can't go out, but it's the least we can do, right? It's kind of like we're together. We're one team, one dream. We're all doing this thing together. So if you're going to be a future MC or if you want to be a future speaker, we encourage everybody to wear this system uniform and speak. Yeah, that's it. Let me see who's here today. I heard that Abu wanted to be MC. Is that right?
Yeah, Boo's still here, I think.
Hi Abu.
Right.
Hi. He said hi.
Ah, welcome, Boo.
Oh, cannot. Oh, okay, okay. I'll let you unmute. My bad. Hello. Oh, I can't hear him.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Ah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, this Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Can you be my MC this Wednesday? I'm speaking about Trigenes.
Oh, okay, can.
Okay, then I'll. If anybody is signing up to be part of our team, make sure you talk to your upline, and then we will try to keep everyone in touch and add you guys to the MMC group. Okay, so that's
Okay.
and then we can communicate.
Excellent, Boo.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Okay, Baba, you give conclusion. Anything? Okay, then I think we can end today's session. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope it was. Yeah, the objective today of this meeting and also of this training is to help everyone discover the potential and make them see that it's actually everybody can do this.
Yeah.
Everyone can do this. This is a platform that can help us build our confidence. It can help us build our confidence and our public sharing skills, public speaking skills, and also being an MC. It's not a skill that you can learn outside. It's something that requires practice and something you need to do over time, and then you can become better. Like what I do as an MC before, I was very stressed at first because I had no experience. And what I would do is I would become the MC, and then I would ask my dad, okay, how did I do today? He would be like, okay, you did great about this, and then maybe you can improve by doing this. And I'll be like, okay, yeah. So the sandwich formula, like he will always use this formula and let me know where I did great and what maybe I can improve at. And then at the end, but overall, it was really great. Okay, so that's what that's how I was trained. Like whenever I share a topic on this webinar, I will ask my parents, okay, what do you guys think about this type of sharing? Like, is this okay? Is the flow okay? And after the sharing, I would listen to feedback. And what really keeps me going is the feedback that people come in, and after they leave the meeting, they immediately go and purchase the product. So that really gives me the confidence that, wow, I can empower that person. Like, they can join this meeting and listen to my sharing, and after they listen to my sharing, they have that desire to buy that product. So I think that's really important. And if you guys join this team and become a speaker or a sharer, you'll hear more and more of these things. Like, people, they wouldn't buy, usually they just buy beauty products, for example. But once they come into this meeting and they hear about MRT products, then they might suddenly go and buy MRT products, and their upline will be like, whoa, she's never bought an MRT product before. She's usually into beauty. So it's pretty surprising and it's pretty empowering for me. So yeah.
Motivate you how you
Yeah.
learn, watch your own video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what I do after every session is I watch a replay of my own video. Like, after I speak, I would listen to myself speak, and I would count the number of ands, ums, us, does, like the things you usually don't want to hear. Like, it just makes you feel weird, and it's something that everybody has. Like, in Chinese we call 语病. In English it's kind of like some like eloquence. You don't have that eloquence because you have those ums, uhs. But how do you remove these? How I did it, I still have a little bit, but compared to before, it's already a lot smoother, because every time I listen to my own sharing and I count the number of times I have these us, ums, ands, does, and I try to cut it down. If I have 40 times in this sharing, then I will cut it down to like maybe 30 or 20 the next time. And that's how I improve. And I constantly listen to talk shows or those kind of shows on how you can keep the audience engaged, how you can attract people through your speech, and so on. So it's really a fun process, and I'm sure you guys won't regret it if you join this team. Yeah, I really learned a lot, and I'm really thankful for this opportunity.
Or is there anyone want to give feedback?
Yeah, does anybody want to give some feedback for today's session, or maybe some things that I missed out?
Dahlia or Apol, Mel, anyone leading? It's not real call, sorry.
Anybody?
It's not closing.
Okay, then let us end today's session. Thank you, everybody. It's a Monday.
Alright, thank you, Chee. Excellent sharing. Wow.
Hey, group photo,
Thank you.
Oh, group photo? Okay, group photo.
Thank
Good
you.
forum.
Group photo.
Thank you, Chee. Very good sharing.
The first
Yeah. The timing is important for every meeting. The timing so far for English meeting, we are seeing a very good timing section, and we add. So that is a good thing right now we can see. Good.
Okay, so you can turn on your camera, we can have a group photo, and we'll end this session. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's been
Thank you.
fun.
Congratulations.
Okay, ready?
Okay, well done.
All right.
Done.
Okay, so 3. Okay, some people are still turning on their camera. All right.
The first Emcee training. First up. Okay, 1, 2, go. Yay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, Chee.